Uh, so in this video, we are going to discuss about how to create and how to establish a database connection between PHP and MySQL. So we have two programs here. The first program is employee main.html and second program is employee process.php. So we have two programs here. So the first program employee main.php. So what is the main objective of the program is first, we are going to create an HTML form. So in the HTML form, it will be look like this. See, it will be look like this. And once you enter the employee ID and click submit, it will retrieve the data from the database and it will redirect to your desktop screen. This is all about the main objective of the program. The first step is we are going to design this page, especially this emp main.php. So this is your emp main.php. The first two lines are from the HTML code. So we have HTML and my head tag is under head tag we have title section employee management. So just move on to the browser screen. See your title will be an employee management and I'm going to create a form. So why? Because we're going to give an input in the text box. So this text box, label box, and buttons are come from form tag. So my form name is emp and my method is equivalent to post. So once I enter the ID and click submit button, this form will automatically redirect to your localhost emp process.php. It will directly link to your emp process.php. As I said before, so we have two programs here. One is your emp main and this is your emp main. So in this emp main, there is only design part is available in emp main, whereas in emp process, it will retrieve the data. It will establish a database connection between your PHP window and your MySQL window. So this is all about your emp process.php. So once we enter the data and click submit button, this program will automatically link to your emp process.php. Okay, and under we have three break tags. It's optional. You can able to create two or three break tags. It's your console window, and we have an H1 tag. It's nothing but heading one tag. Under heading one in center position, it will print the content as employee management system. See, you can see the browser window. This is your employee management system. Okay, and I just close my H1 tag and I just want to give three break tags here, BR1, BR. So it will automatically create three break tags. And in the center position, see in the center position, I'm going to create a table. My table border is equivalent to 1 and my width of the table is 400. Why I'm preferring table in between the form window is for proper alignment. See, the entire data will be in proper alignment. So my first TR is nothing but table row and TD is nothing but table data, table description. And my label box is enter employee ID and TD is nothing but table description. So it will automatically create a text box here. The first table row and table data will be a label box and second table data will be your text box window. And the third one is the third row will sorry, the second row will be and it will be in center position and it will create a button. So my button name is submit button. See, it will create a column span. It will automatically breaks into two column. In the middle of the portion, it will create a submit button. Okay, I just want to close my table tag, break tag, center, and form tag. So once I execute this program, so it will automatically look like this. The first step is you should save this program in your exam server. So you already know about what is exam server. Just go to file, save as. So under save as, just move on to my computer. Since it is a PHP program, you should save all your programs in your exam server, in your web server. So we are using the web server as exam server. It will be available in your my computer. Under my computer, we have local to C drive. So under C drive, we have exam server. Okay. In this exam server, and there is a folder called htdocs. You should save all your PHP files in htdocs folder. So once you save the data, it will be file name .php and that save as type you should be change it as all files and click save button. So once you click save button, the file will be saved in your exam htdocs folder. This is all about your first program, and my second program will be your emp process.php. The first step in the emp process.php, the same thing, the same program. This program is also saved in your my computer c colon. So under C colon, you have exam server. So under exam server, we have exam folder. Under we have htdocs, and you should save this file emp process.php in should select all files emp process.php. That's it. Once you click save button, so the file will be automatically saved in your my computer c colon exam and under htdocs folder. So we have two files which is created here. So the first step is you should create a MySQL connection. As I said before, we are going to connect a database connection between PHP and MySQL. Okay, so this dollar $con is nothing but a variable name, and this local host is nothing but your host name. So since we are using only a local host, so you should not directly click and open the file, because why? Because we are going to save all the files in your web server. Okay, if you want to load the program in your web server, you should use any one web server host. So by default it has local host, and my username is root and password. Since there is by default MySQL has no password, if you want to create a password you can able to create. The username for MySQL is root and password will be double quotes. It does not contain any password here. And tnc is nothing but your database file. If you want to save the database, change the database, you can able to change. If there is any problem in the connection, it will fail to connect the MySQL. If there is problem with the username or password database, if there is any problem with your database, it will automatically throw a message, fail to connect to MySQL. If there is any, if there is I think problem with your MySQL connection, and it will process the MySQL query. See, my MySQL query, it is in the variable name as $con, and my okay. So once you process this query, the data is from your HTML window. So it will validate the connect. It will validate the whether your ID will be matched with the database or not. If it is matched with the database, and it will retrieve your employee ID, employee name, and designation and salary. So it will fetch the query. So why we are using while loop here is nothing but, and these are all the heading of your data. See, once you enter the data, see, once you enter this data in your 101 and click submit, see, this is all about your ending employee ID, employee name, designation, and salary. So it will automatically drive the data Deepak as software developer, 65,000 as salary. Okay, so since we are processing only on one data, so we are going to save a huge number of data in your MySQL window. So it will fetch the content from your MySQL. So for that we are using any looping concept. We are using while loop as to fetch the array from the result tag. After it fetches the record from the database, it will segregate the data into employee ID, employee name, designation, and salary in table format. Okay, after that I just close my table tag and center tag and my SQL connection. So as I said before, this program will be saved in your C colon exam under htdocs emp process.php. So once you've done this program, you just go and create a database like this. It's very simple concept. So just move on to cmd. Okay, just move on to cmd and cd slash, just move on to root directory. Okay, and just go to c colon exam under your folder called MySQL and bin. Copy the file path, cd space, change directory space, and paste that file path. And if you want to process your MySQL connection here, MySQL I hyphen u root and hyphen p. See, this hyphen u is nothing but root is your username and hyphen p is password. Okay, I think I is not recognized in this version. I just remove my IE version. I is nothing but it's an improved version. Okay, it will ask password right now. Since there is no password, simply press enter. You should not type anything in the password. Just simply press enter. It will process the connection. Okay, you should create a database in this folder. First, I just create a database. Create database. My database name is, I think it is Calm is my database. Okay, next time you just save the database as use Calm. Database is automatically changed. The next thing you should create table emp, and my table name is emp id and emp. Make sure that your column name should be matched with the destination content. So emp id, emp name, and designation. Emp name is varchar, and my designation is also varchar. Both the columns should be same. If you are using DSAIG, the same column will be in databases also. And the next one is salary. It is also in integer type. That's it. Press enter once you enter the command. and just insert two records, the EMP values. I just want to enter 101 and Lakshman as my employee name and designation as software developer, and my salary is 45,000. I'm going to insert two records here. So the next one is software engineer. The name of an employee is Pradeep 102. Just select the query, select star from EMP. This is your data. Okay, and the next step, you should change the database in your file. So since I am using my database name as TNC, you should change the database name as calm, and everything is same. Okay, so once you create that table, just start your exam server. It's very simple. In start, just type XAMPP. Okay, and click this open window. It will open like this. See, you should start your exam. By initial it will be like this. Okay, it will not create any process ID or port number. Once you click start button here, it will automatically create a process ID and port number. And you should create start button, you should click start button for MySQL also. Okay, so once your Apache and MySQL is started, just move on to your browser. You can able to use any browser here. Okay, you can use either Firefox or Chrome. You can use any like this. Just type localhost. Okay, if your server is not started, see, if you stop the server and try to walk through this website, it will not be reloaded. Why? Because see, the site can't be reached. Once the server is started, then only you can able to process the request. Okay, the server is started right now. So just remove this dashboard, only localhost slash emp main dot php. That's it. So it will ask the employee ID. So I'm going to give 102 as my employee ID and click submit button. See, 102 as Pradeep as software engineer is 55,000. Just go and check with the database. See, 102 as Pradeep software engineer is 55,000. It's very simple. Just move back and change the data from 101. See, 101 as Lakshman as software developer is 45,000. So I'm going to change my data into 103 right now. So what will happen, since I have no data for 103, it will not retrieve any data since the data is not available in your server. So this is all about how to create a database connection between PHP and MySQL. It's a very simple thing. So you should save all the program in your exam folder, exam htdocs folder, and you should create a MySQL database using command prompt. Otherwise, if you want to create with php.myadmin, you can able to create with simple step. You can able to create this database in your MySQL prompt. After that, execute the program in your local browser. Okay, then retrieve the data. That's it. This is all about your how to process a database connection between PHP and MySQL.